This underrated team just beat all the super teams. Here's how. So welcome back to the Apex Morning Shift, your #1 ALGS morning show on the planet. That is a fact. All right, so not so much happened this week, but we did have 5 days of Pro League Scrims hosted by Oversight Esports. 2 blocks each day, which means a lot of good practice for teams. And these scrims were particularly important because they were the first practice these teams had with the new changes. But before we get into these scrims results, we got some drama, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, Sirsay, who just recently qualified for Pro League through the preseason qualifiers and was also just signed to 9 Lives Esports, just announced that he was dropped. Oh my goodness, what? And this is especially crazy because according to ALGS rules, you have to play with your team that you qualified with at least for the first week of the Pro League regular season. But Sirsay mentioned that they said that they were going to play as a duo, so I don't know what to do. And then Imperial Hal commented with a bunch of laughing emojis. And then Sirsay responded with holy dick eat. So I don't know what's going on there. A little bit of beef right there, huh? Anyway, that kind of sucks. Qualifying, getting signed, and then getting dropped a few days later. I hope it works out for Sirsay. Very talented player, very young. Good luck, man. But back to these Pro League Scrims, let's take a look at this week's results. On Monday, 100 Thieves took block 1 and Huss took block 2. On Tuesday, Oblivion and Unleash. On Wednesday, Virtus Pro and Oblivion. On Thursday, 100 Thieves and Oblivion. And on Friday, Envy and Falcons. Now, at first look, Oblivion had a fantastic week with first place in 3 different blocks. But let's take a look at this average points per scrim leaderboard that I put together, which compiles all the results from this past week of scrims. Oblivion first place, 100 Thieves second, Falcons third, VDR 4th, and Shopify 5th. And along these results, Oversight Esports, who hosts these scrims, provide us with the kill and damage leaders for each block. So not only do we see which teams have been performing the best with these new changes, but also individually which players have been feeling more comfortable and have been dominating the most. On Monday, it was all Gen Burn. On Tuesday, Gen Burn again. On Wednesday, Unknown. Oh, and then block 2, we had Gen Burn and Koifel. On the first block on Wednesday, Koifel. On the second block, Yanya and Guild. Both on the same team, by the way. Then on Thursday, Unknown again. Who's that? And then on the second block on Thursday, it was all Zainu. Friday's first block, Drop and Jelly. And on the second block, Zero and Imperial Hal. Doing it all. But what's even more interesting is seeing the legend pick rates before the changes and after the changes, which, as you can see, a few changes, but overall pretty similar. Before the big altar and wraith buff, we overall had Newcastle as the first pick, Crypto second, Fuse third, Bangalore 4th. And now after the changes, it's pretty much still the same. Crypto's first though, Newcastle second, Fuse third, Catalyst 4th, and Wraith 5th, followed by Alter, like not far behind. But yeah, looking at the top 10 most picked legends for both before and after, not too much of a change, which sort of tells you that yes, the meta did shift. It made Alter and Wraith a good third option for teams, but overall pretty much still the same, which does make sense because with this new legend ban system, it's impossible for there to be a 3 legend meta or just teams that pick the same 3 legends all the time. So it's pretty much scattered all over the board, and unless you like hard nerf the top legends, they are still going to be picked. And so it's just nice that teams now have 2 more legends in Wraith and Alter that they have an option with and that they can use and try to flex and try different things. But let's take a look back at these teams' performances throughout the week. 100 Thieves, Falcons, VDR, and Shopify. Absolutely no surprise there. Teams that we expect to do well and consistently perform well, whether it's Pro League regular season, whether it's at LAN, whether it's in scrims, because they are in the conversation for super teams. But the first place team on this scrims leaderboard is not a team we expect to see up there. No flame to them or anything, but Oblivion is not a team that comes to mind when you talk about top performing teams. Blinkster, who had a Pro League spot, picked up Y-Jelly and Fun FPS, and so far they've proven themselves so very strong. And not only that, but in this legend ban system, yes, they have to be mechanically good. Yes, they have to be good decision making and have good synergy, but they also have to be versatile with the different legends that they play. From Newcastle Cat Ash to Newcastle Cat Alter to Newcastle Rampart Alter, to even Fuse Ballistic Alter, Oblivion really does seem comfortable with all these legends. And let me tell you guys something, Blinkster and Jelly are such talented players, and combined with Fun FPS, who's also talented, but who brings in that experience that Blinkster and Jelly don't have, since he's been around the pro scene for as long as we can remember. So it's a very nice combination between them 3, and it really does seem to be going well. So I'm very excited to see how this translates to the regular season, which starts next Sunday, April 6th, put it in your calendar, day 1 of the Split 1 Pro League regular season, which means that on next week's episode, we're going to be covering and discussing all of those results and how everything went, if anything went down. So I'm super excited for that. And as for me, that's it for today's episode of your number 1 ALGS morning show on the planet. Also, I see the comments of you guys saying that I don't finish my coffee and it bothers you guys, so it's for you. Oh, that was too much. Ooh. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, make sure to turn on notifications on new episode every Tuesday. And until next week, take it easy, like and subscribe. Peacers. Outro time. No cameraman this week. He's very busy this morning, and that's okay. But a few weekends ago, when I was wrong with who was going to win in my prediction for the PSQ, you guys said if you get it wrong, your cameraman now has to drink a full bottle of Sprite. And we forgot to do it last episode. So next episode, we're going to do it. He's going to sit right here. He's going to drink the Sprite bottle as we talk about the results for the first day of Pro League regular season. So stay tuned for that. Yeah. Bye.